Yo, welcome to Nostalgia TV. I'm your boy Excel. We live from the lab.
This your girl Vicky Secrets, and we are back.
Man, we are back with a vengeance with this one.
Yes.
This is different. This is long overdue.
Conversation.
Hold up, Virginia. Hold up. Let me talk to the city. I need your undivided attention. This man is a cultural icon. This man is an ambassador of sound. This man is a pioneer in the culture of music.
Preach.
He's gone. He's gone to lengths that we can only fathom. You know what I'm saying? He's seen the mountaintop.
He's crazy.
Yes.
He's seen it. He didn't peek at it. He's seen the mountaintop.
Oh Lord.
He's a multi-platinum songwriter, producer.
Yes.
Some of the names that
From
are
VA.
known.
From VA.
Hold up, I'm gonna get there.
Like,
VA gonna know. VA gonna know
listen.
VA gonna know that's this his son.
Yes.
VA gonna know that's his son. He's homebred. VA gonna know that. But let me run through that. Let me run through the little credits.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead.
Let me run through the credit. Songwriter, producer, multi-platinum. Names such as he's worked with the Toni Braxtons, the Rihannas, the Madonnas. Like, yo, hold on. First and foremost, how many niggas work with Madonna? Not too many niggas work with Madonnas. Like, this is my man. He worked with Madonnas, and it's different. That alone.
And nobody I know.
Timberland, Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Flo Riders.
Misty.
Come on, man. The list goes on and on.
Goes on.
But for you guys out there, he's an educated businessman with a, Vicky, how do you pronounce that? Because, how do you pronounce his bachelor?
So we magna cum laude. Yes.
I'm drunk. I gotta say that shit, bro.
He
got the magna cum laude. What?
Right.
In business.
Top of his class.
Top of his class in business.
Right.
He got a degree in, come on, man. This is my man.
That's true.
We did our homework. We like, yo.
We research you, bro.
Listen.
God.
We research you, bro. This is Hannon Lane, ladies and gentlemen.
Hannon Lane.
Hannon Lane.
Hannon Lane.
My brother.
Yo, that was the longest intro we ever did.
It really was. I gotta make sure motherfuckers know who you are, bro.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We are definitely here to give you your flowers, as they say.
Nah, we ain't giving out flowers.
We're actually not giving out flowers.
We scratching that out.
Yeah,
we're not gonna give out flowers here. This is just a one stop on your victory lap. So we're gonna give you a victory cigar. We're gonna present you with the first victory cigar.
This is our very first victory cigar.
The victory cigar from my man Hannon Lane. We don't give out flowers here.
Yeah, no flowers.
Victory cigars. This is stopping your victory lap, baby.
Yes.
You got a victory cigar.
This is for
Nostalgia TV.
I love it.
Yes.
First, this is one of one, baby. Ain't
of
nobody
one.
doing that. You know how niggas take pride. I'm the first. Nah, nigga, we the first to do that.
We're on our Soldier Boy shit.
Yes, please do that. Swing that cigar, baby.
You on Saint?
Nah, I mean, like, come on, man. You deserve that, brother. This one stop, like I mentioned, one stop on your victory lap, your victory cigar, and it's a pleasure having you here.
Yes, absolutely. Hannon.
Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome. Yeah. So we would say to introduce yourself, but I think we did it for you. So.
And it's purposely designed that way so that way we could jump right into it.
Right.
Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
And let's get this thing shaking, man. First and foremost, bro, you work with the names such as Timberland. You know what I'm saying? And of course, one thing I'm impressed about is the fact that not too many people be in the room with Timbo like that.
That's right.
How did you even get there?
Well, it started back in the day. There was this thing they used to have in Norfolk called the Annual Music Symposium. They had it back. It was like 99, 2000, around that time. So I came across this guy I saw this big dude look like Suge Knight. I joke him all the time. He look like a knockoff Suge Knight. He the generic version. But yo, that was my boy Big Rodney. Shouts to Big Rodney. Rodney Baylor for Black Russian Records. I ran into him. I had no idea who he was. So I was playing Roland had sent their rep. It was this new keyboard. I guess it was like the new Phantom they was coming out with at the time. And I was I went up there to play around on the keyboard, and I was killing that joint. I said, yo, make sure I bring out all my chops. So I'm up there killing it. Rodney came in there like, yo, who's that kid up there? So Rodney, we basically, make a long story short, we exchanged numbers. We went to 8 or whatever. We chopped it up. He invited me to his studio, and then I just kept going and kept going and kept going, and I found out he was Timbaland's bodyguard.
Oh, wow.
That's how I got to Tim, because he put me on the phone with Tim. I was at this guy named Griff house. Griff was his other producer. So one day Tim came into town. He came out of the studio, and Rodney was like, yo, show him what you be doing in the joint. I showed him. Tim was like, oh, shit. Because I was with Teddy Riley first.
Damn, so we skipped
Teddy
that
Riley,
part.
We skipped that
Teddy
part.
Riley.
Started with Teddy
So yeah,
Right.
Teddy. I was Teddy's producer. Well, I was Teddy's producer first.
Okay.
I was his.
So he had an in-house production team, and you was part of the team, or what?
Well, what happened was Rodney was working with this guy named Big Leon. Big Leon took me over there too to meet Teddy. He was like, "Yo, I want you to meet Teddy." So he took me over there, and me and Teddy hit it off. Teddy was crazy. He took me to Miami on his bus. Shouts to Teddy.
Okay,
Teddy
Right.
taught me. I don't know if this is gonna be TMI, but
bro, go ahead, bro.
fucking,
It's
I'm
your
gonna say it
story,
anyway.
bro.
Right.
So we was on a tour bus, and it was this other dude. I can't remember his name, but he wouldn't go take a shit on the bus. Right. So
ahead,
so I saw Teddy pull him to the side. Well, he pulled me to the side. He was like, "Hannon, listen, never do that." I said, "Well, why? It's a bathroom." He's like, "Listen, you never shit on the tour bus," and that's how we became like that ever
Wow.
since, man. He took
Niggas
me
need to
everywhere.
learn tour bus etiquette.
Yeah, tour bus
Facts.
etiquette.
Like,
So
certain shit you just don't do.
so
bro.
off of tour bus etiquette, we had a talk. Then we started talking about sounds, and he took me in the studio with him, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take you up under my wing." So I was like, "Yo, all right, boom, let's get it." So we did that, and we just hit it off. My phone ringing. We hit it off, and it was like years.
And what
couple
tour
years.
was that you guys were touring?
Well, we wasn't touring. He had to go to Miami to work on some.
Oh, so you
music.
were just moving around? Okay,
Right. So I was his kind of like his student at the time. So he was, pulling me up. And
So how did that relationship even start between you and Teddy?
it started with Big Leon. Big
Wait,
Leon
okay,
was
yeah.
the one
He
that
said
took
he
me
brought him over
Oh,
there
he
to
plugged that
him.
up. Okay,
Yeah. So
right.
Big Leon. So shouts to my dude Big Leon. I love that guy. I haven't seen him since, but I love Big Leon.
Shout outs to
he
Big Leon.
Always make sure I was.
Praying
I
you
was
doing good, brother.
yo.
I'm sure you will.
Right.
Yeah,
Shout
shouts to him.
Facts.
But yeah, it started with Teddy, and then I ended up being managed by this guy named Eric Curry, and Magoo would come up to the studio, and they were cool. So Eric eventually handed me off to Magoo, and then I got with Tim because of Magoo. So it was like boom, 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 and ever since then,
You know what's so crazy though? Like that doesn't happen anymore. Right. Here, I'm saying is like where you're in the studio with relevant people that can actually, if you're talented, plug you to the next situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's rare. It's not, you know what I mean? Something that happens now.
So why you think that don't happen no more?
Yeah, the opportunity.
Like, yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a good question. I think it's just the people. People just, I don't know. I don't think it happened. I mean, I think maybe part of it because you got internet now. You got social media. People doing it themselves now. They don't need managers. They don't need somebody to bring them in. You could just go jump off the window pane and record it, and now you viral. And now you're on Ellen. You know what I mean? You don't need you don't need that anymore. So I think the internet technology changed the game. But for me, I came up in the time where you really had to have talent, and somebody really had to see it. And
right.
Yo, I'm gonna tell such and such. I'm gonna tell Missy.
Word of mouth back in the day was everything.
Yeah, you had to back then. You had to go to say somebody like L.A. Reid. You had to go in L.A. Reid office and perform.
Right.
Jump on the desk and just like really like old boy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah, like what he did.
Right.
That back then, like they did shit like that. But now it's like you could just be.
Yeah, everything is based off of social media numbers.
Yeah, it's
you know
numbers,
what I mean?
and you could just
Following
do a viral
for whatever,
video.
yeah, and then
you could
it's
do
an
a viral
opportunity.
video.
So nothing is really based off of like pure like talent,
So it's a
not.
gimmick more.
Gimmicks.
You gotta have gimmicks.
More like gimmicks.
And get people
which is crazy.
Yeah, but like I said, when I came when I was being raised up in the game, like, one intricate part was Magoo. Like, dude, changed my life. Like, even personally, like I became a better person. I knew how to be more mature with how to be, with politics, how to carry yourself. Like, I just learned so much personally from him and business wise. So I owe a lot of my career to Magoo. Believe it or not, Magoo was responsible for some big names. He was responsible for Ludacris.
Go ahead and drop them
He
for
was
us.
the one that he had something to do with Ludacris getting to Tim, and because Ludacris was he was a radio.
He was a DJ.
Yeah.
Radio.
He started as a DJ. As a radio personality.
Him and Lala, wasn't it?
Right. Something like that.
Something
Also,
like that.
how Missy Elliott got her name, Misdemeanor Magoo named her.
What?
Yeah, Magoo gave her Missy Misdemeanor.
The culture, we didn't know that in the culture, bro. You just breaking news right now for the culture.
Yeah, Magoo. And I'm gonna tell you another crazy thing. I was working at Advanced Auto Parts back then. Like, it was like 2002, 2003, somewhere back there.
Right.
Maybe 2005. But anyway, I was at work one day. He called me out the blue. He was like, "Your name should be Neo." This was before Neo ever came out.
Oh shit.
He was like, "Your name should be Neo." I said, "Man, my name Hannon. I like Hannon. It got a better ring to it." A couple years later, a guy named Neo comes out. I said, he was right.
Damn.
So I missed
That's
that boat.
crazy.
I missed that boat, but like Magoo was definitely
So he's a visionary.
yeah. But
Would you say that?
Definitely, I definitely respect that man, ups and downs, no matter what we've been through. But I respect him. Tim, I just want to thank Tim for putting me in amongst kings and queens. If it wasn't for Tim and Magoo, I won't be with Missy. Like, me and Missy is tight. Shouts to my girl Missy, man. I love you so
Shout out
much.
to Missy. Yes.
Shout outs.
She never turned her cheek. You know what I'm saying? She's a huge fan of my talent. She gave me opportunities to work with Toni Braxton on the record with her that came out.
Hold up, bro. Don't speed up so fast. I know you got a lot to say, but damn, Toni Braxton. Talk to me about that experience with Toni Braxton. And shout out to Missy for connecting that.
Yeah.
How was that like, bro?
Oh, it was crazy. One day I was at home and I just got a random call. She was like, "Hey, I need you to do me a favor." I said, "What's up?" She was like, "I need you to put a beat to this." So she sent me this song. I said, "I heard this before, I think, on the radio." So the song already had drums on it. She was like, I need you to put some drums to it. I said, "It got drums on it. Can you send me an acapellas?" So she was like, "Well, let me contact the label." So the label sent us the acapellas and I put the beat to it. It's another whole version of that song.
Oh wow.
It's more adult. It's more musical. It's pretty dope. But she was like, "Do another version so we can." She always liked to have more than one version so that you can have options to pick from. Okay. She never just do one joint and just say, "Here you go." She give you, okay, you don't like this one? Okay, bam, I got this one. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how she is. So I did another version and they went with that joint and boom, it went #1 on adult contemporary charts. So
wow, that's crazy.
It's crazy, like it's crazy.
Speaking of records, we got to touch on this Rihanna record because that Rehab joint is like one of my favorite Rihanna tracks. Like, and the crazy part is like, to even when he was just like, "Yeah, I just did the," like he said it so like matter of fact, like, "Yeah, I did the Rihanna." I'm like, what? Like one of my favorite songs. Like I have that on my playlist like right now, and that you produced it. Like, so talk to us about the process and how you got involved. Were able to get involved with the whole production of that song.
Well, that beat was originally for J-Lo. Because Magoo called me, "Hey, J-Lo looking for some records." I said, "All right." So I got to working and sent that, made that.
I can't even see J-Lo on that record though.
Yeah.
Right.
And this was around the time too, I think Mary J was getting ready. She didn't do Stronger yet. Remember that record by Stronger?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a story behind that. So the story behind that, they contacted Magoo and Magoo was like, "Yo, Mary need a record." So I made this beat. This guy named Davion, excuse me if I'm getting his name wrong, but I think it's Davion Foster or something. He's a writer.
Okay.
Don't quote his name. I'm probably fucking his name up.
I said it was a writer.
But he was a dope writer.
Okay.
And he wrote this record Stronger for Mary. Mary actually cut the record. I don't have it, but Politics, they went with at the time they went with Polo the Don. So Polo the Don did a Stronger, and that's the one they came out with. So that opportunity would have been for me. So I later found out that beat went to J-Lo, and it was around the same time where I made that Rehab beat.
Oh, okay.
And like I remember taking the beat to the studio, and Tim and them heard it. Tim was like, "Oh snap!" And then next thing you know, I ain't heard nothing. I gave the beat to Tim. I I ain't hear nothing for like 6 months. Next thing you know, I got a call. Yo, I need your publishing information. Blah blah blah. So Magoo called. Boom boom. I said, what's up? Like, oh yeah, Rihanna got it. I said,
wow.
Yeah. So when they put the joint out, they came out with Umbrella. They came out with, what was the song after Umbrella? I can't remember.
Because Dream produced that joint, right? The Umbrella, and he wrote it. Yeah.
So then I was like, yo, they gotta. Cause when I heard that record, I said that record they gotta make it a single. So I was in Maryland over my people's crib, my god people's crib, and I got a call from my girl at the time. She lived in LA. She was like, yo, they played your song on the Ryan Seacrest morning show.
Oh, it's over.
I said,
it's out of here.
I said, for real?
It's out of here.
I said, do you know what that means?
It's out of here.
So then I said, let me go online. Sure thing, I saw a video for. I said, so rap.
Yep.
Right.
So rap. So when I saw that, man, it was just dope. Then I will find myself like looking at like going to YouTube and I see the reviews. Like everybody loved that song.
Yeah, it's such a.
That was a massive record, bro.
Yeah, it was like it's just such a relatable song. You know what I mean? Like the lyrics, everything is super real. And then Rihanna, like she just hits it home. You know what I mean?
Justin Timberlake wrote it, and like shouts to Justin Timberlake.
Yo, that's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake wrote the record. He's another fan of my music. Like we were together. He had this artist named Esme that I did a record on Tin Men record. I think his record label was called Tin Men.
Okay.
And there was a guy named Ken Commissar who worked it. I guess Ken Commissar was a business person, I guess. And so we did that. He had this group called Free Soul. I did a record with them. So working with Justin Timberlake is definitely that boy is talented.
Yeah.
Yo,
definitely.
He plays keys. You heard him on the keys?
I think I saw something with him where they like did like a behind the scenes type of thing.
Yo, he's talented.
So he's an actual musician.
So check it. So we was in London.
Okay.
And Madonna was like where Samantha was at.
Okay.
Right.
On her phone doing her, kids and shit playing,
right.
running around. Justin was over here. I said over here by the keyboard. I said, hey man, can you teach me the chorus of that? Bloom, 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 bloom. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He said, sure, dude, let me show you. He showed me the chorus of that.
What?
So I know how to play that song still to this day because he taught me. So those little moments like that, like I will always cherish. So, but like he.
So
wrote,
you in the room with
song.
Madonna, Justin Timberlake. Like, what does that do to your ego, bro? Knowing that you coming from where you come from, and now you around these icons.
It does nothing for my ego.
I like that.
But what it does for me musically, it makes me want to be better. You know, because one thing, like, I always try to remain humble, modest. I'm that dude.
Almost too humble. I told him.
Yeah, I got fussed at
to a default. You think?
Yeah,
I got fussed at about being too
default.
Yeah.
I think so.
I got fussed.
I mean, because look at the shit that we just talked about. Rihanna records, Madonna, Justin Timberlake. All of these are multi-platinum, Grammy Award-winning artists
There's
that you
niggas out
work
here
with.
that's doing less than you,
right?
And walking like they next fucking Dr. Dre.
So it's just like, you know, I mean, I definitely love that you're humble. I just think that, you know, you can definitely, you know, poke your chest out a little bit. You should. Like, this is,
I get fussed
these
out.
accolades are insane. Insane. Yeah, I know Samantha be fussing you out. I know she do. Yeah, it's like this. And then, like, you're right here from Virginia. Like, there's no reason why when you walk in the building, everybody shouldn't be like, oh my God, it's Hannon. Hannon Lane's here. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that shit, but the, you know, the demeanor that you have and you're like so humble about it, it's like people don't really realize like they're in the presence of greatness, and they should. You know what I mean? This is why we're doing, you know, this show. You know, of course, it's to change the narrative of the music culture in Virginia, but also to give those artists, producers, songwriters, anybody that's in the industry that actually has contributed majorly to the music scene in Virginia, to give them their, you know, so-called flowers.
Victory cigars.
Yes, victory cigars. And
Right.
right, I'm sorry. Victory cigars.
Victory cigar.
Right.
Yo, that's what you get. Nah,
Right.
You're winning right now.
Yeah, because we want people to, you know, you hear a lot is that they say, you know, the artists in Virginia don't believe because they can't see it. They don't see it. A lot of people like, yo, they can see. I'm like, yo, there's literally people here that you can see. Hannon is one of them. Right. And so if you can see what he's done with his career, you should believe that it's possible. So, yeah, like I definitely think you're humble to too humble to
And,
do.
you know, I think
but I get it.
It's a good segue to my next segment, which is called Word on the Net, right? So I did my little research. I went on your IG.
Oh, man.
I took a couple of screenshots. You know what I'm saying? So I have an image here that you posted a couple of weeks ago with you in the studio with Kanye West. And shout outs to the homie Elite, That's Me. And he commented, legendary. We gotta cook soon. So that being said, how do you know who to take serious when it comes to cooking or working with you, right? So how do you weed that out? And then we're gonna tap into the fact that you was in the studio with Kanye West. We gotta talk about that. But shout out to the homie. Once again, his name is Elite. That's me. And he said, yo, that's a legendary picture. We gotta cook soon. So how do you know? How do you determine who you're gonna work with and who you're not gonna work with?
Oh, Elite is a genius.
Okay.
Shouts to you, Elite. Shouts to Elite. I met Elite when I was in the studio session with Ari Lennox. He's Ari Lennox's producer. He did
Fire.
her first album.
Oh wow.
I think he did. What's the name of her first album? I forgot. Oh man, I can't think, man.
I'm gonna say I don't even want to.
I can't think of the name of it, but he had a lot to do with her. He did that. Shea Butter Baby. He did. I think he did that one. He did pretty much the majority of her album, I think.
That's fire.
But that's her producer.
Okay.
So I met him when I went down there to work with her. He was there, and we supposed to connect and do some music. We just didn't get around to doing it yet. But
that's dope.
But yeah, so
you was in the studio with Kanye West on this image. What was that like?
Oh man, that was like I gotta whisper. Like it was crazy because we was in New York getting ready to start Justin Timberlake's tour in Connecticut. We was getting ready to go to Connecticut, and this is 2007 VMAs, right before that. And Kanye, we had to go to the studio with Kanye. I walked in, I was like, oh snap. So when I'm in the room with these people, it's like I just sit there and be like, oh snap. I said in my head like, oh shit, like this shit is real. Like so, but it didn't hit me until I was sitting in the chair, and Tim was right here and Kanye was sitting on the arm of the chair. That's when it hit me. I was like, oh shit. So I remember this girl that I was talking to at the time. She had cooked me some food and brought it to the studio. Kanye asked me for some of my food. He was very, very nice. I remember him being very, very pleasant.
Wow.
So what everybody see, it ain't what I saw.
Right.
Shouts to Kanye. He probably won't remember this shit, but
But we got the footage. We got the
footage
receipts.
is there.
We got the receipts.
I was there.
We got the receipts. We got the receipts.
Right. But that was like a surreal moment because it was like, yo, like these are two guys that I really, really like look up to musically. And, you know, Tim trained me. I was trained by the best in the game, Teddy and Tim. You know what I'm saying? And Missy Elliott, Magoo. Like these people are innovators. You know what I mean?
Fact.
Teddy innovated, created New Jack Swing, a whole genre.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tim came out, you know, Missy
Changed
all
the
them.
sound
They
of
changed
hip-hop.
the sound of music.
Right.
These
Facts.
people.
Right.
So I've been groomed by innovators. So just being in the room with another innovator, with Kanye.
And that's a good segue to the next one because I got another image. I screenshot it.
Oh Lord.
So this is Word on the Net, second image. You in the studio with Tim
Oh yeah.
during the filming of Fade to Black, one of my favorite documentaries of all
Yeah.
time.
Right.
Damn,
Right,
that's
so-
And I got the homie
That's right.
Hakeem _Romans. He said, I just want to sit in one of those rooms and soak up game. Wow. So how do you feel about that? Being in a room and having the opportunity to soak up this game that these guys, these icons.
Man, just to be a fly on the wall in rooms like that and just like you get to see how they make hits. The process of like how they pick sounds and how they come up with melodies and how they work together. It's like just being in the room to soak all that up. That's what I did, just being Tim's understudy. I just watched. Tim ain't a hands-on dude. He's not one. Teddy is a hands-on. He'll come like a teacher. Tim ain't that shit. Tim's just like, what you got? All right, that's whack. No, he say that's sappy. He say sappy all the time. So, but like, I remember just being on the fly on the wall when he did Indian Flute in Miami. Brandy was in there. And he was in there. Like I was there. He asked me because he didn't know how to save on his ASR 10 at the time. So he said, "Can you save this beat for me?" I saved it on my zip disk. I have that zip disk to this day with the actual files of Indian Flute.
That's crazy.
I never loaded that disc up. I just keep it.
Bro, if you turn that into an NFT, you out of here. You a millionaire, bro.
Oh man,
Sell it as an NFT.
See, one thing about me.
Just think about it.
One thing about
That's
me.
insane.
One thing about me, I respect other people's music. I would never do that.
Right.
That's for me.
That's respect.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do him like that. That's sentimental for me because I never forgot that moment. And I have the actual. He made the beat on my ASR 10.
That's what's up.
Right.
I saved it on my zip disk for him, and I still have that zip. It's a Indian Flute files.
Oh, what a momentum! What a momentum! God damn.
Got it. So yeah.
And speaking of momentum, let's switch it up.
Yeah.
Let's go to your segment.
Well, wait. Before we get to my segment, actually, what you said kind of will lead into a question that I had before we get too far off the rocker. Summer Walker had made a she went kind of viral because people were giving London on the Track so much credit for doing her album, and she came back and she put a message out. I think it was like on Instagram or something saying like he didn't do shit on here. His young producers actually did all the wrong. He just came and sprinkled a sound on each of these and put his name on it. So how often does that happen in the industry where these big time producers every day every day? Yeah, because I thought it was crazy because the whole entire album he's all over it.
Yeah, right.
And he's getting credit for it.
No comment. I'm
just saying.
Matter of fact, can I have some more?
We about to double up on that.
I'm gonna go and sip on that one.
Man.
So like, does that happen often to producers? And I mean, and then also, to segue with that one too, like The Dream also, we were having a conversation about, his interview on The Breakfast Club where he was like, they were like, oh, you've been off the scene for a while. And he's just like, no, I haven't. You know what I mean? They was like, well, you haven't been doing anything. Yes, I have. He just isn't been getting credit for it. So I was just like, damn, like this is happening a lot. I mean, it's verbally people are speaking on, producers, writers that they're not actually getting their credit for their work that they haven't done. So, like, how has your experience been with that? I don't know.
That's a very funny question. That's good, Vicky. I love it. Go ahead.
Are you sweating?
Go ahead, bro. That's for you. That's for you. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Knock it out. Knock it out.
I'm gonna need to pour some.
Go ahead. Now keep the bottle. That's you, man. Hold that over there with you, man. Go ahead.
I'm gonna need the bottle on this
that's
one.
That's not our full mix. Do we need to take a break real quick?
Nope.
Man, but
that's
this is great.
That goes down. That goes down. Like you got a lot of that happens all the time. Part of me, if I'm not using the term correctly, I think it's called interdependency. Is that what it's called? Like when like for an example, like say for instance, I'm the big producer, but I got other producers producing for me, right? Because I can't handle all the work, but I got them, saying they make a beat. I go in, I take this out, I put my touch on it. Then they say produced by Hannon Lane.
That's crazy. And you don't necessarily have to give credit to the other producers when you do that.
Well, yeah, you could say co-produced by them,
but not too many people do that.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of co-production credits, but you got to think if you a ghostwriter, ghost producer, it ain't about your brain, it's about my brain.
So there is such thing as a ghost producer. Obviously, I knew the ghostwriter thing. The ghostwriter thing is popular, but the
I've
ghost
been a ghost
producer,
producer for years.
That's real.
But I pay homage to Tim. If it wasn't for Tim, I won't have a double platinum record.
Right.
See, you get a lot of niggas. They get mad after a while. They start spilling the beans and shit because they mad. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I get it. But I'm not gonna get too deep in that. You know what I'm saying? But it happens all the time. Hey, Diddy had the hit, man.
Right.
Did Diddy make them beats, or did Stevie J make them joints?
Yeah.
I
See, that's the issue with Jermaine Dupri and Diddy when they were talking about the verses, because Jermaine Dupri was saying that, yo, I produce my records.
See, and you have what I call honorary producers and real producers.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say who the honorary ones are, but I will say this: Tim actually sits and make them motherfucking beats.
Okay.
Right.
But he also got the hand and lanes, the danger hands is making them beats too. The Jermaine or J Rock. The Kings, you know what I'm saying? King and Jerome, them niggas was dope. King did Icebox.
What?
Right here in Virginia Beach.
Right. Damn, that's crazy. We didn't know
My
that.
love. My love.
Right,
Hey,
right.
my love. Justin Timberlake, Virginia Beach.
What?
Danger Hands. But Tim put his expertise, his shit on it too. He produced that record too. So it's like, you are with Tim. Tim bringing you in. You got to respect that man, what he's doing, because he don't need you for real.
That's a fact.
Tim can produce these shits himself.
That's a fact.
Like, he's a real producer. These guys really, we was in LA, and this is when I first met Petey Pablo. We was at Westlake Studios. We was working on this song. I can't remember the name of the song, but I made this beat, and Tim went crazy over it. So Bubba Sparks was there. We did the record. Petey Pablo was in there, but Petey Pablo, he went and did his part. Then he said he had to leave because he had to shoot a movie. This was right before Drumline came out. So he had to go shoot Drumline. But I had just met him. So, but later on, the record that we did ended up being on this movie called 30 Years to Life with Tracy Morgan, came out early 2000s. So, but yeah, so I remember back then, I sat and watched Tim make this beat. I can't remember what song it was, but that dude made 6 figures in 10 minutes. He made that. I sat and watched him make that beat.
That's crazy.
And that beat went to be one of a huge hit. I can't remember who it was for. I was there. I sat and watched him do it. I was there when they made Sexy Back.
So pretty much it's a combination. Sometimes,
Yeah,
depending on who the producer
yeah,
is.
but Tim also got the Me's. And he got, the Danger Hands is, they got
Ghost Production is actually a thing.
That shit is
that
real.
A lot of
they
the
can't
big
do all
names,
that work.
A lot of big names use a Ghost Production, but
All right, say you the shit. You the biggest producer in the game. You got Lady Gaga, Madonna. All the latest, biggest artists want one of your beats. They want your sound. You can't do all that by yourself. You gotta have niggas up under you producing. Dope niggas that can produce shit,
right,
so that you can get all these records out. You working on what you working on. You go to Run Room, check on your one producer. What you got? Boom, boom. All right, boom. Come on, boom. Track that out. Boom. Get that to the. That's how it was. He had a madhouse,
like a machine.
Everybody, every producer in there was dope. He had this one. My favorite one was this guy named Jay Mizzle. Oh, he was so good. He was so dope. I was like, oh shit. But my favorite ones he had was Danger Hands. His beats is just so crazy. Right. Shouts to Danger.
Shout out. I'm
saying, but like me and Danger, we was the main ones, and then he just got this dude named Wisdom. He fire. Like Jazzy. Jazzy was the girl who wrote Lil Nas X joint. The
Hometown joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her. He had a lot of people.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
Lyrica Anderson. Lyrica.
Love and Hip Hop Lyrica.
At one point, so she was there. Like all of us was.
She actually can really, really, really sing.
Okay. She's talented.
Yeah,
my man Brasco.
And she writes
shouts
too.
To Brasco, BK Brasco. He was on Love and Hip Hop. My homie.
Yeah,
love that guy. All of us was with Tim. All of us were with Tim.
That's ill.
That's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so you answered my question.
Tim make his own beats. Don't get it twisted.
We clearing the air. We
gonna
clear the air.
Yeah, he got us, but he got him too.
Well, he got him too. Because there's a little controversy between Dr. Dre and Scott Storch, and there's this little issue.
Because I think Scott Storch just did a whole interview.
Oh, it's real.
Okay.
Right.
Scott Storch.
He just did a whole interview on.
That's real.
On
we're not gonna mention another pocket, but he did another.
You know that. Oh shit, man! I don't know why I can't think of the names of these songs. I should be ashamed of myself. But one of them joints, I can't think of the words, but the music like bloom, blink, 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 blink. But with the Dr. Dre joint, I know I sound retarded, but that record,
that's a producer thing.
Scott Storch, like I'm telling you, man, like this shit is real. You got the Scott Storches of the world.
Right.
I mean, these guys are really the ones that's actually the minds behind it. But then you got the main producers. They come and they do what they do to it to make it what it is.
So it's a collective effort.
It's a collective effort. But just, I always think of it like this. If it wasn't for Tim doing it that way, I won't have no records out. I probably would have on my own eventually because, I mean, I'm good at what I do.
Right.
But Tim and Magoo
put you in those rooms with those people.
And they gave you the validation.
They gave you that validation. They gave you the stamp that you needed.
I got my publishing deal.
That's the biggest co-sign you can possibly have.
I got my publishing deal because of them.
That's dope, man.
Right.
And if it wasn't for Big Rodney, I would have never met Tim and them niggas.
Right.
So I pay homage to all them people, man. I just try to remain humble, man. But those guys, he really make his shit. You got some producers, I ain't gonna say their names. They don't be making they beats.
Right.
They got guys under them making them beats for them, and they go and
they
say they did it.
They do some London on the trash.
My mouth.
Did he?
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I thought that was just crazy that she said she was like he just sprinkled something on top of it through his name.
They go add a hi-hat and say, "Oh yeah, it's produced by me."
Right.
Yeah.
When you did 99.999% of the work.
That's crazy.
You know what? Let's bring yours. I'm interested in what you have to do with that.
Okay, so now we have. Are we done with Are we done with business? Are we?
Let's smooth it out right now. We want to know. We want to get to know Hannon Lane.
I don't know if this is smoothing out.
We want to get to know the streets,
so
the culture. The culture want to get to know Hannon Lane.
Look, I'm getting ready for my segment. I actually have.
You might want an extra drink. You might want to re-up on your drink for this one. You
might need some ice. That y'all probably hot.
There's ice in there. Everything you need is in there, brother. Everything you need is right in there.
There's ice in there and everything. You might need it.
Drink, you know what I'm saying?
So, these are the rules and the regulations for my. No, but
listen, terms and conditions.
Yes. So in my earlier, yes. So in my earlier years, when I started doing podcasts, I used to do a segment called This or That. So I would give you two things to choose from, and you have to choose either one of them. There are no thirds, okay? And it always starts off very light, and then it gets heavy and more spicy as we get down to the bottom. The point of this is to make you squirm your
ghost pepper spicy or jalapeno spicy.
It's the shit that they say if you eat 10 of these wings, then we'll give you free wings for a year. But these shits are so hot that, you know what I mean?
All right, let's go.
Okay, I'll say you ready. All right, so we're gonna start off light. You should be. Fruits or vegetables? Fruits or vegetables? And listen, you don't have much time to think. This is your first. Quick
on your feet, baby.
Quick on your feet, okay? You ready? Okay, so fruits or vegetables?
Okay, all right. I gotta say fruits or vegetables.
Which one do you choose? This or that? Fruits or vegetables?
Vegetables. Okay.
Football or base? Why did I say
vegetables?
You're healthy, I guess. Football or basketball?
Damn, I like both, but I don't know. Basketball, I guess.
Okay. Rap or R&B?
Damn, I like both of those.
It's supposed to be hard.
R&B.
Okay. High or drunk?
I like edibles.
So you like to be high.
But I like drink. Damn, that's tough. Okay.
I know it's supposed to be hard.
Edibles.
Okay, edibles. So you like to be high. Okay. Lights on or lights off? So Mandy is just as ready as you are.
I mean, it don't matter to me. I mean, shit. Damn.
Pick one. Lights on or the lights off?
Lights off, I guess.
Lights
I like
off.
the mood.
Okay, lights off.
Candle burning, I guess.
Single or taken?
I'm definitely single.
Single. See how easy that was for you to answer?
Keep that same energy.
Right. Keep that same energy. Chocolate or whipped cream?
Oh, chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay. Handcuffs or blindfolded?
Oh, shit.
It's meant to be this way.
I like, okay, I don't know. fuck with it.
Okay, using those other senses. Okay, I see. Back shots or reverse cowgirl?
Shit, back
I don't want to see where I got that from, but
back shots.
Back shot, team back shots.
Okay.
Let's get it.
And our last question: shaved or bush?
Shade.
Oh, I'm just saying. Hey, there's some people out
I don't
there.
want to have to floss when I'm done.
Okay, you are out the hot
I don't want
seat.
no
See,
curly
it wasn't that
quick
bad.
Yes.
We're over.
You held it
No
down for the
people in my
culture.
teeth, man.
You held it down for the
Listen.
culture, baby.
Listen, we looked this up. There's people that like bush,
There
bro,
is.
That's a fact.
and it's weird.
I don't mind. I don't mind. I
The
don't
Amish
mind.
people.
But look, I don't mind a fade. You know what
A
I'm saying?
fade. Okay.
Fade with a cute
Fade.
little shape up.
Okay,
You know
okay.
what I mean? I like the little
But,
fade, dog.
but he don't want to be flossing.
Yeah, I ain't trying to
Okay.
be flossing no curly pews.
So that was to give y'all a little bit about Hannon outside of music.
Yes.
Yeah.
So single, shades, vegetables. Do you say football?
Lights off, basketball.
Lights off, basketball, and chocolate.
Back shots.
Back. Don't forget
right.
that. Okay, that was good. Okay, I'm done now.
Let's go back to the industry. So at the peak of your career, how many groupies were you having, bro? Like this, the culture needs to know this, bro. Like
None.
What?
No groupies.
And now you on tour. What's
Had
the craziest?
girlfriends that
What's the
throughout the
craziest thing you've seen on tour, or just being in the industry? Do you want to take another shot for that?
Been on tour.
What's the craziest thing you've seen, man?
I remember I was in Sweden, and I was in VIP. This was me. This was Tim. This was Quincy Jones.
Quincy in the building?
Quincy Jones had this bad joint.
Damn.
Then I remember this bad joint walked up. I can't remember her name. And she put her titties in my face.
Just off top.
Just big, too. I said, dang.
Is that how they greet people in Sweden? I'm about to fly out this motherfucker.
I said, yo,
That's the
I
greeting.
said, look, man, I don't mean no disrespect, but you didn't get them titties out my face, or yo, you coming to my room. She kept putting them in my face.
In the story.
In the story.
End of story.
I mean, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna just end it there.
That's
I mean,
it.
That's all she did. Just kept putting them in my face.
That is crazy.
That's ill, man. That's a great story.
But my tour life was boring. It was fun, but I ain't really do nothing on tour because I just been focused on making music. I stayed on the studio bus most of the time. Yeah, so I didn't wild out like that on the tour. I don't do that.
That's
I'm
good to
born.
know.
I'm born. Sorry, guys.
I mean, shit.
No
you was
action
next
here.
to Quincy Jones, man.
Right.
Like,
Nothing's
shit,
boring about
the
that.
Yo,
editor-
that shit was dope. Like
Shit
we
boring.
took a picture, and I feel stupid because it was at the time where, where you can buy the disposable cameras from Walmart.
Right.
I had that, and I never got it developed. And I got a picture with him him holding bunny ears behind my head.
What?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Quincy Jones. Yep. I met Quincy Jones, bro.
I know. That's crazy. Icon.
Man, what it's like to be in the studio with Madonna?
Okay, so I was making this beat, and it was the first day, and it didn't hit me until she walked in the room. It's something about artists in that stratosphere. You got the Madonnas, you got the Phil Collins, the Stings, the Michael Jacksons,
Icons,
the
yeah.
princesses,
For sure.
She walked in the room. It was like the air, all the air just said to her. It was just like, but to me, on the inside, it was just like, on the outside, I ain't give a fuck. I mean, I'm used to this type of shit.
Right.
I be around superstars all the time. But it's just Madonna, dog. Like, that's Madonna, bro.
Yeah.
When she walked in, I was making the beat. On the outside, I ain't give a fuck. But on the inside, though, I was like, oh, shit. So I
Madonna's in the building.
I was making my beat. She walked in. I said, I said it to myself, but it was she embraced me, man. That I think the craziest moment was when I think it was a day or two after the first day, like maybe the third day or whatever, of course. But she came in the studio with a bunch of needles.
What?
Right?
I don't
What
even
was
had
Madonna
this
doing with
bag.
needles?
She had this bag. I was
Okay.
like 1 or 2 big bags of needles. It had stuff in it. And I said, What's that? You know, I ain't want none of that because, you know, that's Madonna. Right. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, oh, it's just B12. I said, oh, okay. She goes, you want one? I was like, no, I'm good. Thank you. I just want to know what it was. She was really nice. Really nice. She knew my name. She, you know. So Justin came in there and my keyboard was here. Justin was like where she at. And then Madonna was behind Justin. Mm-hmm. So Justin wanted a shot. So Justin pulled his ass cheek out. Yo. She shot him. Hey, yo. Gave him a shot. It was just a shot right there in the
Madonna
studio.
gave Justin Timberlake a back shot of.
I said, damn, I should let Madonna touch my booty cheek.
Right, could have just not watched that piece of your ass.
So those little moments like that.
That's
and it wasn't.
And you seen that, you was there.
I was right there. It wasn't nothing derogatory. So I don't want nobody taking it all.
It's a story happened, bro.
It was just she just gave him a shot.
A B12 shot.
That's it. Yeah, that's just a B12 shot. And that was a moment I should have said, damn, I should have let her give me a shot so I can add that to my memories.
That's your resume.
That was a cool little moment being in the studio with Madonna. Like she's so talented. Shouts to Madonna. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. First of all, Tim put me in the studio with that because if it wasn't for him, he was working with Madonna, not me. I was just his understudy that I was able to produce on a couple of records with Madonna. So I actually sat and wrote. I went in. I got an audio of me and Madonna singing on a mic together. I made this beat. She loved this beat, and I came up with a melody. She wanted me to record the melody, so we went in. She came in the booth with me and sung with me. I got the CD.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yep. So she was really, really great, and she hood.
Word.
What? I can see that. She be clapping back at 50 Cent.
Madonna is. Don't get it twisted.
I can
she
see
white, but she black.
She from New York, right? I think she from New York or something. Yeah.
I'm not sure she from. I don't know.
I don't know if she from New York, but she like 60, right? She be clapping back at 50 Cent on Instagram.
Dennis Rodman, man. You gotta be
Madonna
is
like she was so cool, man.
That's crazy.
I wish that I could work with her again. I know it probably never happened. Some things are like once in a lifetime things.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But man, if I had the opportunity to work with her again, that'd be so fire, yo.
That's dope.
But I work with her, so I'm cool.
Now, this next question, I really want to hear your insight on it because how do you feel about the music scene in Virginia? Is it lacking anything? Is it fine the way it is, or what would you change or add?
I mean, I think it's cool for what it is. I mean, it's you got some local dudes. Like Young Crazy is fire. Shouts to Young Crazy, good dude. What's the other dude with the dreads? I can't think his name. He be with Young Crazy all the time.
Young Money On.
Young Money On. Yeah. Shouts to Young Money On. He's talented. One of my other favorites, Breeze Barker. They are talented dudes. Rick Rogers, one of my favorites. Yoko.
Yeah, Yoko was here.
Southside Yoko, shouts to him. Like he's fucking talented. Like it's some really dope talent around here, man. That's like I just want to see them succeed and be great because I'm huge fans of all of them.
Then how come? That being said, because you named some great names, but how come we don't really have like a scene like Atlanta where you can actually break an artist here and they become successful?
Because it's the Commonwealth.
Okay.
Sucks. Can't do shit. It's not a metropolitan state. It's a Commonwealth. So it's like you're not gonna have those. You're not gonna like how Atlanta is, New York, LA, Miami, those type of places. This will never be that. Because the VA it's Commonwealth. So I think maybe that got something to do with it.
But even though the presence of our cultures is heavily influenced here, you don't think that could change eventually?
I think it could. Missy and Teddy and them changed it. Pharrell changed it. They from here. So I mean, I think but then you got a lot of people hating on each other too in VA. You know what I'm saying? So I think if we had a little less of that, people just come together and work, I think it'll be dope. But I mean, I like the music scene. So it ain't as big as Atlanta or LA or places.
So in your
like
opinion,
that.
it's moving in the right direction, you think?
I think. I mean, yeah. I think like, like for an example, like when you go to New York, those other places, you got major labels there. There's no major labels here. Like you don't have Atlantic Records in Virginia Beach. We don't have shit here, but just random studios. We don't have. It's so much talent here. I think if a major label set up like Atlantic Records had an office here, or or something like that, I think it can add some oomph to it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making sense. You see what I'm trying to say?
I think is what we've been discussing is that there's no resources here to put people in that position.
Right. It's not.
You know what I mean? It's not like not one.
It's not.
Even down to like he said, even a studio that's frequented by the Hannon Lands, and there's not even that here. So
I think what they need to do is if they start back having the annual music symposium. The annual music symposium brought all the like representatives from the major record labels. They were here in that hotel. It was I think I can't remember, was it the Sheraton? I can't remember the name of the hotel they used to have it at. But it's the hotel beside Nauticus. What's that hotel?
Is that the Hilton? That's the Sheraton. No, that's the Sheraton. I think that's the Sheraton.
That's on Waterside.
On Waterside, right?
They used to have it at Waterside. I remember the year that I met Rodney, Changing Faces, when they was big.
Yeah,
they was there. They had a lot of major people was there from the actual people were there. I think Faith was there. A few A&Rs were there. They need to have shit like that. They don't have shit like that no more. And I think it kind of just vanished. You know what I mean? They don't have the panels no more.
Thanks for telling us that.
That
makes complete sense.
They need to have that, like have shit where you have actual people from these labels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have, I can't remember his name, but he was one of the main A&Rs from Atlantic under Craig Cowman. Had Craig Cowman come down and speak. Like have these people come. Like, and I don't know how to get them down here.
We kind of similarly do that as far as what our our showcases. Like we'll bring an A&R from
like you did.
Right, we'll bring an A&R from somewhere, but it's crazy because now the artists are like, they don't even care about the whole A&R thing. It's like, we don't need them. We can be our own, you know what I mean?
Because you got Facebook. You got
right.
Instagram,
it's like, we don't need that anymore. So now it's like, damn, you're trying to figure out what, you know what I'm saying? What
resources can we possibly offer?
Yeah. Because the whole A&R thing is not attractive to get signed to a label anymore. Everybody wants to be independent.
Yep.
So, now it's like that, that gap now. So.
But you know what, brother? You've done a lot for the culture.
Yes.
You've done a lot for Virginia.
Absolutely.
If do you feel like there's anything else that you can contribute to the culture of Virginia at this moment right now? Like as far as in moving forward and pushing the culture forward, what else is there for Hannon Lane that could become a contribution?
Just my music. Like, I mean, I got some things in the work. I don't want to jinx, but I'm being 100% extra quiet about it. But everything work out, it's gonna be big. So I think that'll be my contribution to culture.
And are you satisfied with how people perceive you and your accomplishments? Are you satisfied, or are you still hungry for more?
I'm always hungry for more. I don't feel like get the notification that I feel I should have gotten, but I'm cool with that for now, for what it is. But like for me, I just remain humble. I work on my music, work on some new shit. I keep it moving. For me, I'm not real big on trying to be famous and nothing like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I just stay in my own little bubble, and I allow my music to speak for me. My music is famous. I'm not famous though.
Right.
But my music is incredibly famous. It's famous.
Right. We had people here sit right in the same seat where you sitting at and say something along the lines that a lot of OGs are not embracing the younger generation. you know, so you've been in the game for a while. Do you have any people under you right now that's working with you that you're bringing up and you're gonna put them in the forefront eventually?
It's just me. Like for me, like it's like this, you know. I'm not at the point where I need like other producers, and you know, I would like to have an artist to work with, writers. I got writers that I work with. That's it. But as far as like having artists up under me and that type of shit, like I make my own stuff. I'm cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Until I get to temp status to where I feel I need, it's just so much work overload. I can't handle the workload by myself to where I need producers signed to me. Then I worry about that. You know what I'm saying? But until then, I got it.
Copy.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Well, listen, this has been one hell of an interview.
Man.
We have learned a lot. We've got a lot of good walk down memory lane.
Yes, sir.
We have learned some things about people
Yes.
that we did not know. We learned a lot about Hannon that we did not know.
Yes. And I'm sure the public will appreciate the information.
Absolutely.
Bro, you an entire master class, a walking master class. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like wherever you go, you have all this knowledge, all this wisdom, all this experience, this skill. So please, brother, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing.
Absolutely.
The culture needs you. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And where can they find you? Like how can people keep up with you right now?
Man, just go to my Instagram. I don't have
That he barely posts on. So-
Right. I mean, I get
responds to
fussed
DMs.
at about that too. I mean, I'm more like I like posting funny shit. That's it. But I don't care about likes and I don't care about that shit. But yo, I respond.
You definitely respond.
You hit me on inbox, I hit you back.
He does.
I friend back. So
Yep.
you can just type in Hannon, HANNON, Lane, LANE, Instagram. I'll pop up. You'll see me on the bus like with a keyboard logo like that.
Appreciate you,
Right.
bro. Thank you for stopping by, man.
Yes, and before we wrap this up, we have to shout out our sponsor for today.
Sure.
I don't want to make sure I don't forget.
We got Treasure Art Inc.
Yes, Treasure Art Inc.
Follow
supplied
them on
us with
IG.
these super dope t-shirts
Tees,
today.
Rich Poor.
Yo, and they literally handmade these. We're gonna post pictures. We'll make sure that Daddy cues it on the screen
Yes,
so you guys
sir.
can follow them on Instagram.
Treasure Art Inc. Thank you
Treasure
for
Art
the
Inc. Thank you
gear,
so
know what
much.
I'm
It was
saying?
so
Yeah,
dope.
sure. Y'all got any more?
Yeah, look, look, they
Treasure
specially
Art Inc.
made.
I need a large.
Look,
Large for Hannon. We need that large for
Listen,
Hannon.
I'm gonna get that for you. I'm gonna call her.
Vicky, she's the plug for that.
Yes, I'm gonna call her and I'm gonna have her.
I want you to say it on camera.
I promise. I'm gonna
There
call
we
her.
go.
She would be more than happy to do. I mean,
Facts.
all of everything is custom. Like she does everything custom. So I'll make sure she gets you something dope.
Make sure you rock it.
Right.
You rocking the tee
I'm
when
gonna
you're
wear
making
that
a
shit,
beat.
bro. Oh yeah, I'm
You're making
Yeah.
a beat. You know what I'm saying? Throw the t-shirt on while you out there making working your magic, baby.
Yo, and
Yeah.
then too, like this drink is crazy.
Nostalgia on the
Nostalgia
rocks, my
Rocks.
man.
Yes, the salt on the
Yes.
rocks.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
need that. Y'all
we
need
get
that
we're
box?
mixing. We're doing a little mix. So when we get it down packed, we'll make
shit.
sure we put up the recipe.
Oh no, it's down pat.
It is.
Ah, see, look,
He
there
likes
we go.
it.
That's
Okay,
my
cool.
man.
But
thank you, man.
yes, thank you,
This shit
Hannon, for
good.
coming through. We so appreciate you. You know, coming and stop through and show us love.
Yes.
Shout out to my booster Mandy, man. She connected the dots for us
Mandy.
on
I
this,
wouldn't have met
and-
y'all one for her.
Yo,
Yes, exactly.
facts.
She brought me to that.
She-
event.
Absolutely.
'Cause
heaven
I
sent.
won't doing shit that day. She's like, yo,
Look, you wouldn't be
Pull up.
sitting. We wouldn't even be doing this type of interviews. Like honestly, if it wasn't hers. Like she came to the
She's
first
amazing.
podcast and she was like, "Yo, you guys need to like do something. You know what I mean? With this, like it needs to be deeper than just we were just doing something to create a platform for the artists of Nostalgia on the Rocks.
She put us on steroids, basically.
Yeah,
You know what
she
I mean?
did. So shout out to
Shout out
her.
to Mandy.
We appreciate
Love her
you so much,
very
and thank
much.
you again,
Thank you,
Hannon, for
brother.
coming through. We appreciate
Thanks
you.
for having
Victory cigar, make sure you light them all fuck up. You earned it, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Just tag us when you light it
Tag
up.
us, all that.
Yeah. I didn't listen. He bought me one for the first show, and I haven't lit mine either. I kept it.
Spark that
glass
motherfucker up.
Right.
win it.
You know
But
what I mean? Official tissue.
Listen,
I don't even want to open
we
it.
going hard here for y'all, man. We going hard here for you guys, man. You
I
earned
really
it. You
love
deserve
this
it, brother.
Yes,
Thank
we
you once again
appreciate
for
y'all.
stopping by, man. I'm Excel,
Yes, Vicky Secrets.
Nostalgia TV, and we'll catch you on the
Yes.
next run, man.
And we out.